Hey there, lovely people. Welcome once again to Daily English Talks. I truly appreciate you taking time out of your day to join me. I hope everything's going wonderfully on your end. In today's episode, I've got something extra helpful lined up, something many of you have asked about repeatedly. We're going to go through 150 super useful English phrases that you can easily plug into your everyday conversations. Now, I know a lot of you are working hard on your English because you want to speak naturally, confidently, and fluently, especially in daily situations. Maybe you're chatting with your friends, interacting with coworkers, striking up a conversation with someone new, or even practicing in front of the mirror. Whatever the case, you don't need big fancy grammar books. You need the kind of English that sounds natural and real, the kind that actual native speakers use all the time. So in this video, I won't just throw a list at you. Nope, we're going deeper. I'll explain the meanings behind each phrase. Talk about when and how you can use them. Give you examples. And even walk you through little day-to-day scenarios so they actually stick in your mind. I'll speak to you like a friend. Imagine we're just chatting over coffee or walking in the park. This way, you won't just memorize these phrases. You'll feel comfortable using them. All right, let's jump in. Picture this. You wake up and go about your day. Maybe you're off to class, heading to the office, catching up with friends, or stopping by your favorite coffee shop. What kind of English do you actually need in those real-world moments? Trust me, it's not complicated grammar rules. It's the simple, everyday expressions that help you sound relaxed, relatable, and fluent. Let's kick things off with one I personally love. 1. What's up? This one's a classic, super relaxed, super common. It's just another way of saying, how are you, or what's happening. You can even use it to check in on someone casually. Example, you spot your friend near your locker or at the break room. You. Hey, what's up? Them. Not much, just tired today. You're not asking for a life update. Just a chill, friendly way to open a convo. It sets an easygoing vibe. 2. I'm just kidding. We all make jokes sometimes, and every now and then, someone might take it a bit too seriously. That's when you drop this line. It lets people know you're joking, and there's no need to feel bad or offended. Example, you tell your friend, you're always the last one to show up. They look a bit offended. You smile and say, relax, I'm just kidding. It's light, playful, and keeps things friendly. 3. No worries. I probably use this one every single day. It's an easy, breezy way to say it's okay or don't worry about it. Example, your friend forgets to return your notebook. They say, I totally forgot your book. You smile. No worries, bring it tomorrow. It's calm, polite, and shows you're easygoing. 4. I'm not sure. It might seem simple, but this phrase is really powerful because it shows honesty. You're not pretending to know something you don't. Example, someone asks, do you know where the history class moved? You reply, I'm not sure. Maybe check with Mr. Thomas? It's totally fine to admit when you're uncertain. People appreciate that. 5. That sounds good. When someone offers a plan or suggestion and you're into it, this is your go-to phrase. Example, your friend suggests, want to grab lunch at 2? You. Yeah, that sounds good. It shows you're on board and interested. 6. I'm on my way. This is a must-have phrase for texting or calling someone when you're already heading somewhere. Example, your friend texts, "Are you coming to the cafe?" You reply, "Yep, I'm on my way." Short, sweet, and clear. 7. Let me think. Sometimes you need a second to remember something or make a choice. This gives you a moment to pause without feeling awkward. Example, someone asks, "What's your favorite song right now?" You pause and say, "Let me think. Probably that new Coldplay track." It shows you're thoughtful and taking the question seriously. 8. I don't get it. It's 100% okay to say this when you don't understand something. In fact, it shows you're trying to learn or be clear. Example, in class, the teacher explains a tough topic. You raise your hand. "Sorry, I don't get it. Could you go over that again?" It opens the door for better understanding. 9. That makes sense. This is what you say when something confusing finally becomes clear to you. Example, your friend explains why she missed your call. You listen and say, "Ah, that makes sense now." It shows you're engaged and understanding. 10. I'm starving. Instead of just saying, "I'm hungry," why not be dramatic and say, "I'm starving"? It's fun and expressive. Example, you skipped breakfast and it's now past lunchtime. You groan, "Let's eat something, I'm starving." Adds a little humor and urgency. 11th, fingers crossed. This is a sweet little way to say you're hoping for something good to happen. Example, your sibling is going for their driving test. You say, "Good luck, fingers crossed you pass." It's supportive and positive. 12th, it's up to you. Use this when you want someone else to make the decision. You're saying you're fine with whatever they choose. Example, your friend asks, "Do we get ice cream or coffee?" You reply, "It's up to you." I'm good either way. It shows you're flexible and easy to hang out with. 13. You've got this. This one's like a verbal hug. Use it to cheer someone on before a challenge. Example, your classmate is nervous before giving a presentation. You smile and say, "You've got this. Just be yourself." Instant confidence boost. 14. That's a good point. Perfect for discussions, debates, or any moment when someone says something really smart. In a group project, someone suggests a new idea. You nod and say, "That's a good point, we should try that." It shows you're listening and respecting their input. I'm not feeling well. If you're sick or just need a break, this phrase works better than bluntly saying "I'm sick." Example, you text your boss, "I'm not feeling well today. I'll take the day to rest." It's polite and clear. Take your time. This phrase shows patience and kindness. It tells someone there's no rush. Example, your friend is searching her bag and looks flustered. You calmly say, "It's okay, take your time." It creates a comforting, pressure-free moment. Polite English phrases, reimagined and expanded. Let's explore some naturally warm and friendly English phrases. They not only sound polite, but also make conversations feel relaxed, thoughtful, and real. I've gotten used to it. When something used to be uncomfortable but now feels normal. This is the phrase to use. Imagine you moved somewhere cold and someone says, "Isn't the weather freezing?" You could reply, "At first I struggled, but over time I've gotten used to it." It shows you've adjusted, and that change can become comfortable. It really depends. This is your go-to response when a yes or no just doesn't cut it. For instance, someone asks, "Do you enjoy spicy food?" Instead of giving a straight answer, say, "It really depends. If it's super spicy, I'll pass. But a little heat? That's fine." It makes you sound thoughtful and nuanced. That'll do. A strong but fair way to tell someone to stop or wrap something up. Imagine two kids are bickering and things are getting loud. You step in with, "All right, that'll do." Or if a friend keeps teasing you and it's getting old, you can gently say, "Okay, that'll do now." It can be said kindly, or with a firm tone depending on the mood. "I'm out of cash." Want a casual way to say you're short on money? Try this one. If your friends invite you shopping and you're broke, you can say, "I'd join you, but I'm totally out of cash right now." It's relaxed, honest, and a bit humorous. I really messed that up. We all make mistakes. When you want to take the blame in a human way, say this. Imagine forgetting to reply to an urgent email. You say, "Oh no, I really messed that up." It's humble and shows you're owning your error. No worries. Someone bumps into you or makes a small mistake and apologizes. A kind way to ease their mind. Say, "No worries. It's all good." It reassures the other person and shows you're mature enough to let little things go. I'm super excited. Use this phrase when you're counting down the days or hours for something special. For example, your vacation is coming up and you say, "I'm super excited for this trip. I can't stop thinking about it." It brings positive energy into the conversation. Better late than not showing up at all. This lighthearted phrase is perfect when someone is late, but you want to keep things friendly. If a friend walks in 30 minutes after the party starts, you laugh and say, "Hey, better late than not showing up at all." It's forgiving and cheerful. You've got my full attention. This is a lovely way to let someone know you're truly listening. When a friend says, "I need to talk," respond with, "You've got my full attention." It shows you care and are ready to be there for them. It's been ages. When you see someone you haven't met in a long time, instead of just saying hi, say, "Wow, it's been ages." It's a happy, casual way to reconnect and express surprise and joy. "No thanks. I'll skip that." Need to decline something politely? For example, someone offers food you don't like. You can say, "No thanks. I'll skip that." It sounds soft and respectful without sounding too blunt. That made me really happy. When someone does something kind or thoughtful, let them know it meant a lot. Say, "That really made me happy. Thank you." It's warm, genuine, and leaves a smile behind. Count me in. If someone is organizing something fun and you want to join, express it with energy. "That sounds great. Count me in." It shows enthusiasm and willingness to be part of the moment. Same here. When someone says something you agree with or feel too, just say, "Same here." For example, your friend says, "I'm so ready for the weekend," and you respond, "Same here." It's quick, real, and friendly. I'll give it a shot. Trying something new? You're not confident but still willing? Say, "I've never done this before, but I'll give it a shot." It shows you're open-minded and unafraid of trying. Don't give up now. When someone is tired or struggling, encourage them with, "Don't give up now. You're so close." It's heartfelt, and it helps them push through difficult moments. Seriously? No way. React with fun disbelief using, "Seriously? No way." For example, someone says, "I just saw a movie star at the cafe." And you say, seriously? No way. Who was it? It keeps conversations animated. That's not really for me. A gentle way to say you're not a fan of something. If someone invites you to a horror film, you can say, that genre's not really for me, but thanks for asking. It's polite and avoids being negative. Totally worth it. When something was challenging but rewarding in the end, say that hike was exhausting, but totally worth it for the view. It helps others see the bright side too. I'll keep you in the loop. A professional and friendly way to let someone know you'll share updates. I haven't heard back yet, but I'll keep you in the loop. It shows reliability. And there they are. When someone walks in just as you're talking about them, say, and there they are. It's a light, humorous phrase. Great for casual, happy conversations. We're thinking alike. If you and someone else have the same idea or plan, say, looks like we're thinking alike. It's collaborative and creates a sense of unity. Start with a smile. If you're meeting someone new or want to ease tension, break the awkwardness with a friendly smile or joke. I always like to start with a smile. It helps everyone relax. That's how you build comfort. That's a wrap. After finishing work, say, that's a wrap for today. Time to rest. It's a positive way to end your efforts. Time to crash. It's late, you're sleepy, and you're with friends. Say, all right, I'm wiped out. Time to crash. It's casual and cozy. Let's skip the fluff. When you need to focus on what matters, say, let's skip the fluff and get to the key point. It sounds efficient without being harsh. Let's uncover some vivid expressions that add color, charm, and clarity to your English conversations. Spill the beans. When you're dying to hear a secret someone's keeping from you, use this phrase. Imagine there's a surprise party being planned and you're too curious to wait. You nudge your friend and say, all right, stop teasing me, just spill the beans. It's a cheerful and playful way to ask someone to tell you what's going on behind the scenes. Under the weather. Feeling a little off today? This is a gentle way to say you're not well. Instead of bluntly saying, I'm sick, you might text your colleague, hey, I won't be in today, feeling a bit under the weather. It's polite, low-key, and perfect for professional settings. The ball is in your court. This phrase comes in handy when you've taken your turn or made a decision, and now it's someone else's move. For instance, you've shared your opinion during a discussion and say, I've said what I needed to say. Now the ball's in your court. It shows the spotlight's now on them to respond or act. Bite the bullet. Sometimes you just have to do what you've been putting off, even if it's not pleasant. You've avoided going to the dentist for months, but finally say, time to bite the bullet and book that appointment. It reflects facing a tough task head-on with courage. Hit the nail on the head. Ever hear someone explain a situation perfectly? That's when this idiom fits best. A friend points out exactly why your team project stalled, and you respond, yes. You totally hit the nail on the head. It's your way of saying, that's exactly right. Go the extra mile. This one's about effort beyond the ordinary. If a coworker stays late to help you wrap up your presentation, you say, I can't thank you enough for going the extra mile for me. It's genuine appreciation for someone who did more than they had to. Twist someone's arm. This doesn't involve any actual twisting. It just means persuading someone, usually with a bit of playful pressure. Your buddy didn't want to join the gym, but after some convincing, they signed up. Guess I twisted your arm, huh? You joke. Cost an arm and a leg. Here's a dramatic way to talk about price. Bought that shiny new smartphone? If it emptied your wallet, you say, yeah, it cost me an arm and a leg, but it's totally worth it. It emphasizes how expensive something is. Hold on a second. Need someone to pause for just a moment? Say this instead of just, wait. Whether you're on a call or mid-conversation, you might say, hold on a second. I just need to grab something real quick. It's polite and friendly. Keep your chin up. This one's all about lifting someone's spirits. If your friend's feeling down after a tough day or bad news, encourage them. Hey, I know this isn't easy, but keep your chin up. You've got this. It's warm and comforting. Out of the blue. When something happens suddenly and unexpectedly, this idiom works perfectly. Let's say someone you hadn't talked to in ages suddenly messages you. Out of the blue, he reached out. It captures that surprise feeling. Against the clock. Working with a tight deadline. This phrase fits perfectly. You're in a rush to finish a report before 5 p.m., so you tell your team, we're really working against the clock here. It adds a sense of urgency and pressure. Better safe than sorry. This classic phrase reminds us it's smarter to take precautions. Even if the sky looks clear, you might still carry an umbrella. Why? Better safe than sorry, you say. It's practical wisdom in just 5 words. Just a heads up. This is a kind way to give someone advance notice about something they should know. For example, just a heads up, the meeting got pushed to 3 p.m. It keeps communication smooth and respectful. In a nutshell, need to sum things up neatly? This phrase is your go-to. After a long explanation about your project plan, you can wrap it up by saying, so in a nutshell, we need to launch everything by Friday. It keeps things tidy and to the point. Bend over backwards. If someone goes to great lengths to help you, show appreciation with this phrase. You really bent over backwards to make this event a success. Thank you. It shows you recognize the hard work. Hit the books. Students love this one. It means you're getting serious about studying. Exams are near, and you tell your friends, sorry, I can't hang out. I've got to hit the books. It's a light-hearted way to say you're focusing. Piece of cake. When something's incredibly easy, use this. Maybe you finished a tricky-looking task. In 5 minutes. Wow, that was a piece of cake. It adds a bit of fun to your confidence. Speak your mind. This idiom invites honesty. If you're in a team meeting and want everyone to be open, you might say, don't hold back. Feel free to speak your mind. It builds trust and openness. Call the shots. Who's making the decisions? That's the one calling the shots. Maybe your teammate is clearly leading the group project. You smile and say, all right, you're calling the shots on this one. It playfully acknowledges their leadership. On thin ice. This idiom is a gentle warning. Someone keeps skipping responsibilities? You might caution, hey, you're on thin ice with the boss. It signals that trouble's just around the corner, if they're not careful. Up in the air, plans that haven't been finalized, they're up in the air. For example, someone asks about your holiday trip. And you respond, nothing confirmed yet, it's still up in the air. It shows you're uncertain. Hit the road. Time to get going. Say this with energy. As you pack for a weekend trip, you zip up your bag and shout, let's hit the road. It feels exciting and adventurous. Off the hook. Escaped a tough spot? This idiom expresses relief. Maybe you didn't have to give that stressful presentation after all. You sigh in relief. Phew, looks like I'm off the hook. Fly off the handle. If someone suddenly loses their temper. This phrase captures it well. Let's say a coworker flips out over a small mistake. He totally flew off the handle, you explain. It paints a vivid emotional picture. Go with the flow. Being flexible is key in life. If your dinner plans change last minute, just shrug and say, "No worries, I'll go with the flow." It shows you're easygoing and open-minded. Pull someone's leg. This one's for fun. When you're joking and someone believes you, you say, "Relax. I was just pulling your leg." It's a playful way to admit you were teasing. By the book. When rules matter, this idiom fits perfectly. If your manager insists, everything must be done properly. You'll hear, "Let's handle this by the book." It's about sticking to guidelines. Strictly. Give me a break. Use this when something seems unfair or ridiculous. Your friend says you never help out, even though you've been doing a ton. You laugh and say, "Give me a break, I've been cooking all week." It shows frustration with a humorous tone. Let's get down to business, when it's time to stop chatting and actually focus on the task at hand. You can say, "Let's get down to business." Imagine you're studying with friends, and after a lot of casual talk, you say, "All right, let's stop the small talk and dive into chapters 3 and 4. It's the perfect transition from relaxed conversation to serious work. Out of hand. If a situation is quickly spinning out of control, you might say it's getting out of hand, like when a calm discussion suddenly turns into everyone shouting. You'd say, "Whoa, this is getting out of hand. Let's bring it back down." It's great for calling for calm or a reset. Play it by ear. Sometimes plans can't be set in stone. In those cases, you can play it by ear. Maybe you're not sure what time you'll be free, depending on traffic. You could say, "Let's see how it goes. If we're early, great. If not, we'll figure something out." It's all about staying flexible. Rain check. When someone invites you to something, but you can't make it. Asking for a rain check is a nice way to say, "Not today, but maybe another time." Like when a friend invites you for dinner, but you're too tired. You say, "Mind if we do it next Thursday instead? Can I take a rain check?" It shows you're still interested, just not tonight. Sit tight. If someone asks you to sit tight, they want you to stay put and be patient. Picture this, you're on a customer support call, and the agent says, "Just sit tight while I transfer your call." It's a calm way to say, "Hold on a bit." Step up your game. This phrase is all about improvement. If you're in a competition and things aren't going well, your teammate might say, "We've got to step up our game if we want a shot at winning." It's encouraging, a push to do better. Take it with a grain of salt. This expression means you shouldn't fully believe something until there's more proof. Say someone tells you some juicy gossip. You could reply, "Sounds interesting, but I'll take it with a grain of salt until I hear it from someone reliable." It's about being skeptical, in a polite way. The icing on the cake. This refers to something extra that makes a good situation even better. Like if you got promoted, and then your boss also took you out for lunch to celebrate. You'd say, "The promotion was awesome, but that lunch was the icing on the cake." It's that extra little bonus that makes you smile. Throw in the towel. This means to give up after trying hard. Like if you've been trying to fix your Wi-Fi for hours and nothing's working, you might say, "All right, I'm throwing in the towel. Time to call tech support." It shows you gave it your best before deciding to stop. Touch base. To touch base with someone means to check in briefly. It's often used in professional settings. For example, before the weekend starts, you email your colleague. "Let's touch base Monday morning about the status of our campaign." It's quick, clear, and effective. Up to speed. If someone is up to speed, they're all caught up on the latest information. Like when you're training someone new. You might say, "Give it a week, you'll be up to speed with everything." It's reassuring and sets expectations. Water under the bridge. When something bad has happened, but you've forgiven and forgotten it, you can say it's water under the bridge. Imagine you had a falling out with a friend months ago. But now things are fine. You might say, let's not worry about that. It's water under the bridge now. Wear your heart on your sleeve. If someone wears their heart on their sleeve, they don't hide their emotions. Like your friend who cries in every emotional movie, you'd say, she really wears her heart on her sleeve. It means they express how they feel openly. The whole 9 yards. This expression means doing something completely or giving it your all. For instance, when planning a birthday party, you book a DJ, set up lights, order cake. You did the whole 9 yards. It shows full effort. You snooze, you lose missed opportunities. That's where this phrase fits. Let's say concert tickets go on sale and you hesitate. An hour later, they're gone. Your friend teases, well, you snooze, you lose. It's a cheeky way to say, act fast next time. Zip your lip. When you want someone to keep quiet in a playful way, you say, zip your lip. If your sibling is about to spoil a surprise party, you might whisper, hey, zip your lip. It's lighthearted, not harsh. Zero in on something means to concentrate on it fully. Like when analyzing a report, you might say, let's zero in on the section with customer feedback first. It keeps the focus sharp and intentional. Cross that bridge. When you come to it, this phrase reminds you not to worry too soon. Imagine you're panicking about a problem that hasn't happened yet. A calm friend says, let's cross that bridge when we get to it. It helps you stay present instead of stressing over maybes. A win-win situation. This is when everyone involved gets something good. For example, you negotiate a deal where both you and the client walk away happy. That's a win-win, you say. It's positive and fair for both sides. See eye to eye. If two people see eye to eye, it means they completely agree. Like if you and a colleague have the same marketing strategy, you could say, we totally see eye to eye on this campaign. It shows shared understanding. Back to the drawing board when a plan fails. It's time to rethink. Let's say your app test didn't go well. You'd say, looks like we're back to the drawing board. It doesn't mean failure, it means adjusting and trying again. Birds of a feather short for birds of a feather flock together. This means people with similar interests naturally stick together. For instance, if two friends always hike, camp, and travel together, you say, birds of a feather, those two. Blow off steam. When you're feeling frustrated or tense, you blow off steam by doing something active. Maybe you hit the gym after a stressful day. You'd say, that workout helped me blow off steam. It's about releasing tension. In the blink of an eye. Something that happens really fast, it happened. In the blink of an eye. Like those new shoes you wanted? Gone in minutes. They sold out in the blink of an eye, you say. It highlights how quick it was. Keep an eye on. To keep an eye on something means to watch it carefully. You're in a cafe and need to use the restroom. So you say to a friend, could you keep an eye on my laptop for a second? It's a simple, polite request. Know the ropes. Once someone is familiar with how things work, you say they know the ropes. For example, when a new employee becomes confident after training, you'd say, looks like you know the ropes now. Like clockwork. When something happens reliably and on time every single time, it happens like clockwork. Maybe your neighbor takes a walk at exactly 6 a.m. every day. You'd say, she's out there like clockwork. On the fence. When you can't decide between two choices, you're on the fence. For example, you're torn between two job offers. I'm still on the fence, you admit. It shows hesitation. and weighing your options. Let's explore some incredibly useful English phrases that can elevate your communication in everyday conversations. I'm still on the fence. Use this when you haven't made a decision yet, and you're weighing your options. Example: I haven't picked a course yet. I'm still on the fence. They all sound great. It's perfect for those moments when you're hesitating or need more time to choose. Pull yourself together. This phrase is used to encourage someone to calm down and regain control of their emotions. Example: I know you're shaken up, but try to pull yourself together. You've got this. It shows support while reminding someone to take a deep breath and refocus. Raise the bar: when someone sets a new, higher standard for performance or quality. They raise the bar. Example: her latest design work really raised the bar for everyone else. Use it when you want to recognize excellence that challenges others to do better. Shoot for the stars. This one inspires ambition and dreaming big. Example: my coach always told me to shoot for the stars, even if I felt unsure. It's uplifting and encourages people to aim for extraordinary success. Strike a balance. Use this when someone is trying to maintain harmony between different areas of life. Example: I'm learning how to strike a balance between my studies and social life. It's a great way to describe managing multiple responsibilities wisely. Take it easy, a caring and laid-back way to tell someone to relax or slow down. Example: you've had a long week. Why don't you just take it easy tonight? Perfect for giving friendly, gentle advice when someone is overworked. Under your belt, when you've successfully completed or gained experience in something. Example: once you get this certification under your belt, more job doors will open. Ideal for marking milestones or personal wins. Wear many hats. This describes someone who has multiple roles or responsibilities. Example: in a startup, it's normal to wear many hats. You're the marketer, designer, and support rep. Great for situations where multitasking is the norm. You hit the jackpot. Say this when someone experiences great luck or success unexpectedly. Example: she really hit the jackpot with that job offer. Amazing salary and benefits. It adds excitement and celebration to good fortune. Zero tolerance used when there's a strict, no exception policy in place. Example: this school has zero tolerance for bullying. No warnings, no excuses. It's firm, clear, and leaves no room for misinterpretation. Put your money where your mouth is. Challenge someone to prove their words through action. Example: if you really support local artists, put your money where your mouth is and buy their work. This is bold and direct, perfect for calling out passive support. Go back to square one. Use it when you need to start over, due to a problem or setback. Example: the deal fell through, so we're back to square one with our pitch. It's often used when all progress is lost, and it's time to rethink everything. Pull out all the stops means to give your absolute best effort, leaving nothing behind. Example: for the product launch, we pulled out all the stops: marketing, giveaways, live demos. It's all about going big and not holding back. Up in the air, this expression means uncertain or not yet finalized. Example: our vacation plans are still up in the air. We're waiting on everyone's schedules. Use it when decisions are pending or details are unclear. Go the distance to keep going. all the way through something difficult. Example, training was brutal, but she went the distance and crossed that finish line. Use it to emphasize endurance and persistence. Keep your cool, maintain calm, and composure under stress. Example, despite the chaos, he kept his cool and handled everything like a pro. This phrase is great in heated or high-pressure situations. Play with fire to take a risky or dangerous action that might end badly. Example, posting that online without checking. You're playing with fire. Use it as a strong cautionary phrase. On the ball when someone is quick, sharp, and aware. Example, she's always on the ball. Nothing slips past her in meetings. Perfect for complementing someone's focus and efficiency. Go out on a limb to take a bold risk, especially with an idea or opinion. Example, I'll go out on a limb and say we're going to double sales next quarter. Great for when you're confident about something others might doubt. Throw in the towel to give up or stop trying, especially after repeated efforts. Example, after countless interviews, he was ready to throw in the towel, but then came the perfect job. Use it when describing someone on the brink of quitting. Face the music to confront the consequences of your actions. Example, he missed the deadline and had to face the music with the boss. It's about accountability and accepting what's coming. Jack of all trades, someone who can do many things, but may not specialize in one. Example, she's a jack of all trades, handles design, writing, editing, you name it. Ideal for describing versatile, multi-skilled individuals. No strings attached. Means something is offered freely, without conditions. Example, he loaned me his camera, no strings attached. Use it when emphasizing generosity or freedom from obligations. Jump on the bandwagon to join a trend or movement because it's popular. Example, everyone's using that new app. I guess it's time to jump on the bandwagon. This works well when talking about following a crowd. Make ends meet to survive financially, often just barely. Example, with rising costs, it's getting harder for families to make ends meet. It's especially common in conversations about budgeting or financial stress. Off the cuff, spontaneous, unplanned, or done without preparation. Example, her remarks were off the cuff, but they hit the right tone. Great for describing natural or impromptu moments. Read between the lines to find the hidden meaning behind what's said. Example, he said he's fine, but if you read between the lines, he's clearly upset. Use this to highlight subtle clues or deeper interpretation. Steal someone's thunder to take credit for someone else's work or overshadow them. Example, right before I could present, he spoke up and totally stole my thunder. It's perfect for moments when someone gets robbed of their spotlight. Your guess is as good as mine. Sometimes, you just don't know, and neither does the other person. This is the perfect way to say, I have no idea either. Example, who's going to get promoted next? Honestly, your guess is as good as mine. Break the bank use this when something is really expensive, maybe more than you can afford. It implies the cost is huge, possibly too much. Example, I'd love to buy that new gaming laptop, but it would totally break the bank right now. Come rain or shine, this idiom expresses unwavering commitment. No matter the conditions, no matter the situation, you're going to do what you said. Example, My brother and I go hiking every Saturday. Come rain or shine. We're out there. Cut someone some slack when someone's having a hard time, or trying their best but falling short. This is how you show empathy. Give them a break. Example: could you cut me some slack today? I've been up all night with a sick kid. Drop the ball. To drop the ball is to make a mistake, especially when people were counting on you. Use it when someone forgets something important or doesn't follow through. Example: I totally dropped the ball on submitting the proposal. I'll fix it today, I promise. Easy does it. Say this when you want someone to slow down, or be gentle with their actions, their words, or even their decisions. Example: easy does it. That box is full of glassware. Fish out of water. This idiom captures that awkward, out-of-place feeling. It's for those moments when someone clearly doesn't belong or feel comfortable. Example: at that high-end charity dinner, I felt like a total fish out of water in my jeans. Go bananas when someone reacts with wild excitement or even gets a little crazy. This is the phrase to use. Example: the crowd went absolutely bananas when the winning goal was scored in the final seconds. Hold your horses. Use this to politely tell someone to wait, slow down, or not jump ahead too fast. Example: hold your horses. We haven't even agreed on the plan yet. In hot water. This one's about being in trouble, especially when there may be consequences. Example: he found himself in hot water after sending that email to the wrong client. Keep your fingers crossed. Say this when you're hoping for good luck or a positive outcome. Example: I've got a big audition tomorrow. Keep your fingers crossed for me. Live and learn. A great phrase for accepting mistakes and growing from them. It's casual, forgiving, and wise. Example: I accidentally double-booked 2 meetings today. Live and learn, right? On cloud 9, use this when someone is feeling incredibly happy or elated, usually because of great news or a big win. Example: she was on cloud 9 after hearing she got the job she dreamed of. Pass the buck. If someone avoids taking responsibility and tries to make it someone else's problem, this idiom calls them out. Example: stop passing the buck. You were the one who forgot to lock the door. Quick on the draw. This phrase is a compliment. It means someone reacts fast, makes decisions quickly, or responds immediately in high-pressure situations. Example: he's quick on the draw when it comes to customer complaints. Always the first to reply. Run-of-the-mill, nothing exciting here. Just average, standard, typical. This idiom fits when something doesn't stand out at all. Example: the restaurant was okay. Kind of run-of-the-mill, to be honest. See the writing on the wall. This idiom means you notice signs that something bad is about to happen. It's a warning, sometimes obvious, sometimes subtle. Example: when the project lost funding, we all saw the writing on the wall. It was going to get canceled. Take a rain check if someone invites you to do something, but you can't make it right now. Use this to politely suggest doing it another time. Example: I've got a ton of work tonight. Can I take a rain check on that movie? Right under your nose when something is super obvious, but somehow missed. This phrase nails it. Example: the missing file was sitting right under your nose, on your keyboard. Voice your opinion. Use this when encouraging someone to speak their mind, or be honest about what they think or feel. Example: don't hold back. We want everyone to voice their opinion in the team meeting. With flying colors, this is about achieving success in a way that's clear and impressive. Passing a test, winning an award, finishing a challenge, all with flying colors. Example, she completed the course with flying colors, top of the class.